Welcome to Narangi Adventures and welcome to Morton Corbet Castle. The impressive ruins of Morton Corbet Castle are the product of over 500 years of building. The original fortified house was probably built of timber and then replaced by stone. It was extensively remodelled over the years, but by the 18th century the castle became abandoned as a residence. Morton Corbet Castle was formerly known as Morton Torret and was first built by Bartholomew Torret after the Norman conquest of England in 1066. In about 1239 the castle passed by marriage to the Corbet family, which gave its name to the village. The Corbets still own the castle, but it is now being managed by English Heritage. The gatehouse has always been a focal point of the castle. It has been maintained as such throughout its occupation. The plaque above the gate carries the monogram of Sir Andrew Corbet and dated 1579, although it is thought to have been placed there after his death, along with the family crest, the elephant and castle. During the 16th century, along the east wall, Sir Andrew Corbet built a grand range and banqueting hall. The two doorways are the garde-robes or toilets within this building. The Great Tower is the earliest building on site and would have dominated the medieval castle. The first floor interior would have been a bedchamber for the lord of the castle. In the inner bailey, surrounded by a curtain wall, there would have been a hall and other domestic buildings. However, none of these survive today. During the 16th century, Sir Andrew also built a large kitchen with living quarters above, against the curtain wall, between the Great Tower and the gatehouse. After the death of Sir Andrew in 1578, his eldest son Robert inherited the castle. He immediately started to transform the castle with the building of the new Eastern Range, the design of which was influenced by his travels as ambassador to Antwerp. Parts of the original castle were demolished and used for the foundations of his new Elizabethan house. We are currently standing beneath the floor of the great dining room in the cellars. The upper floors would have housed the family apartments and bedchambers, and possibly servants' quarters in the lofts. As we pass through this doorway, we enter the main reception room, which would have received many important visitors over the years, and those lucky enough to be invited to this grand Elizabethan house. We now enter into what was a large kitchen with a cellar below, which would have held provisions and wine for the household. As we leave through what would have been a main entrance to the front of the house, we get to see the ornate stone-cladded exterior of this magnificent house. Alas, Robert Corbet died in 1566 of the plague before the completion of the building. His brothers, Richard and Vincent, would inherit the house in turn and complete his vision. During the English Civil War, the Corbet family, royalists, fought at the King's side. Corbet Castle saw many skirmishes during the war, changing hands 4 times. It was damaged during such battles and repaired and reoccupied. Vincent Corbet, who had fought for the royalist cause, died in 1656. The house continued as a residence, but was abandoned in the 18th century and soon became a ruin. There were plans in 1796 to rebuild, but unfortunately they came to naught. No visit to Morton Corbet Castle would be complete without visiting the neighbouring St Bartholomew's Church, which has had a long association with the Corbet family. St Bartholomew's is a grey stone building set beside the castle. It has a Norman chancel and a latest south aisle, which has an unusual tricordial window at its western end. Stained glass is excellent throughout and contains many images of children. The Corbet family has a pew room built into the south wall, complete with fireplace and carved pews. In the church, there are a number of monumental chest tombs, such as that of Sir Andrew Corbet and his lady wife Margaret. Some of the monuments depict their children. One portrays some 18 children. There are wall tablets dedicated to Captain Robert Walter Corbet, 49th Regiment, who died during the Crimea War in 1855, and Captain Sir Rowland Corbet, 5th Baronet Coldstream Guards, who died in France during the First World War in 1915. As we leave the churchyard, to our left is the parish war memorial to both the First and Second World Wars. Around its base there is a quotation from the Earl Haig. The graveyard holds one war grave, that of a Royal Air Force officer who died in World War II. There is no charge for entry to the castle or the church, and you are free to explore and enjoy. I hope you have enjoyed this brief visit to Morton Corbet Castle, and I hope it will encourage you to come and visit yourself. Thank you very much.